been the shit.
Did Justin Bieber just soft launch his heartbreak again? Because his latest post has everyone spiraling. Out of nowhere, he dropped a moody song titled "Blame You for Leaving Me," and fans are convinced it's aimed straight at Selena Gomez. Like, the timing? Way too suspicious. The lyrics literally screaming unfinished business.
I am not a fake. I just saw you at the restaurant with Selena Gomez. Are you serious?
It's giving throwback energy to when he used to pour his heart out for Selena on Instagram. Only now, it's way darker. He didn't name drop, but the internet is connecting the dots. Especially since this isn't the first time Justin's posted something that feels low-key personal and high-key messy. And while he's out here dropping sad boy tracks, the energy on his socials is all over the place. One day it's all about Kylie, next day he is serving emotional chaos. Now fans are asking, is this song a cry for closure, a petty post-breakup dig, or something way deeper? Let's take a closer look.
Don't ask me about her again.
Okay, so Justin Bieber's recent social media posts, emotional lyrics, and candid confessions have taken fans on an unexpected journey, and it has stirred up serious speculation about his current mental and emotional state. Like, guys, there is a lot to unpack here. From his raw vulnerability to the never-ending Hailey-Selena drama, and fans can't stop analyzing what it all really means. The thing is, over the past few weeks, fans have watched Justin open up in a way that feels more personal than we have seen in a long time. He has basically admitted to feeling selfish in past relationships, confessed how hard it is for him to forgive and continue loving after feeling used, and even talked about moments when he still blames others, including God, for his emotional pain.
Sorry, bro. It's just a business out here.
These aren't just offhand comments, they reflect a deep inner conflict, someone clearly trying to grow while still battling with scars from the past. Adding fuel to the fire, his rumored new song titled "Blame You for Leaving Me" has gotten the attention of fans for how deeply emotional it is. Fans are pointing out lines like, "You didn't just leave, you left me with no purpose," and "Gorgeous, gorgeous girl, but you ain't happy, and that's me." They are saying it feels incredibly personal and packed with longing. And of course, fans did their thing and immediately connected the song to Selena Gomez, pointing out how its tone and the emotional lyrics are kind of similar to how Selena expressed herself in her own music, like "Lose You to Love Me" and "Selfish Love." To some, it sounds less like a fictional track and more like a lyrical confession directed at his famous ex. This song isn't the only example. Justin has been sharing heartbreak-themed lyrics consistently throughout 2025, and the themes keep coming back to regret, longing, jealousy, and an aching desire to say sorry. These lyrics don't feel like random creations. Instead, they sound like the work of someone still emotionally attached to a past love, one that may have left a lasting impact. Many fans are convinced that love is Selena. Meanwhile, Justin's current relationship with Hailey Bieber continues to play out on social media, but with a much different tone. He still posts about her, often calling her sexy, complimenting her looks, and focusing on her physical features like her pretty toes. But there's a major difference when you compare how he once spoke about Selena.
I'm so sorry, but with a husband like Justin Bieber, who needs an enemy? Like, if Justin Bieber is your husband, who actually needs an enemy?
Back then, Justin described Selena with words like elegant and a princess, writing about her with deep and emotional admiration. But with Hailey, the tone feels more casual, sometimes even dismissive or borderline disrespectful. Like when he publicly referred to her as a bee in what he framed as a joke. This shift has led many fans to question whether Justin is genuinely happy or simply trying to convince himself and the world that he is. One fan said, "Every time Justin posts a thirst trap of Hailey, it feels like he is trying to prove something. Meanwhile, the way he used to look at Selena, that was love. This just feels like performative PDA." Another fan said, calling your wife a bee on a public platform and thinking that is romantic. I don't care how playful it was, the energy is way off. Where is the softness, the kindness, the respect? And then there is this fan who was like, I swear, Justin went from writing, "You are the most elegant human I've ever known," to "Look at her pretty toes, lol." Are we watching the same person? Because this doesn't feel like love. It feels like a man stuck in a relationship he is trying too hard to romanticize. But let's be for real. What Hailey Bieber is going through right now is kind of brutal. Imagine being someone's wife, having their child, trying to present this united front to the world, and yet, your man is out here posting sad lover boy lyrics, writing songs that sound like love letters to his ex, and acting like he is still emotionally trapped in 2018. That is not just messy, that is downright humiliating. Like, how do you keep showing up smiling on red carpets when your husband is thirsting for someone else on the gram? Fans can see it, the internet can see it, and honestly, it would take a whole lot of emotional strength not to let that mess eat you up inside. Hailey is supposed to be his everything, his wife, his family, the mother of his baby, and yet, here he is, practically crying over Selena. Some fans, however, feel like Hailey kind of brought this energy into her own life. It's that whole "you made your bed, now lie in it" situation. Because back in the day when Justin and Selena were still doing their on-again, off-again roller coaster, Hailey was always there.
Were you ever with Justin romantically at the same time as her?
This is so crazy. I've literally never talked about this ever.
She has denied ever getting with Justin while he was still with Selena.
Were you ever with Justin romantically at the same time as her?
No. Not one time.
But let's be real, fans aren't buying it. The timelines never really added up. It was giving situationship overlap, and people noticed. Even if she wasn't officially the other girl, she was lurking hard, ready to scoop him up the second Selena walked away. It looked desperate, and that desperation has never really left their relationship. She wanted him so bad, chased him, stood by while he disrespected her publicly, and now she is married to someone who still seems emotionally unavailable. So yeah, what Hailey's dealing with is unfair. No woman deserves to feel like she's second best, but at the same time it's like, sis, you knew what you were signing up for. You saw the way he looked at Selena. You heard the love songs, you watched him spiral, you fought for the guy when his heart was clearly somewhere else. And now you are just lying in the bed you made, silk sheets and all. And if the emotional contrast wasn't enough to stir conversation, fans quickly turned their attention to another layer of drama, this time, playing out on the red carpet. At the recent Met Gala, fans accused Hailey Bieber of copying Selena Gomez on multiple occasions. From a blazer look that resembled one of Selena's iconic outfits, to hairstyle choices, jewelry, and even an after-party dress, the internet was quick to call out the similarities.
Why don't I put something out that is my side of the story?
I realized that I was able to tell my story about who I was from my own mouth instead of people from the outside.
To many fans, it didn't feel like a coincidence anymore. And whether it is intentional or subconscious, there is a growing speculation that Hailey has been channeling Selena's aesthetic. Something that only fuels the ongoing comparisons and rivalry rumors between the two women. Naturally, this has sparked an explosion of fan theories. Some believe Justin is still emotionally tied to Selena and is using music and social media as a way to process those lingering feelings. Others think he is experiencing a personal crisis and that he might be trying to grow and evolve but still struggling with old regrets. There is also a theory that tension in his marriage to Hailey is bleeding into the public eye. And these emotional outbursts are connected to something deeper. And of course, there are fans who believe Hailey sees Selena as an unspoken rival and that her style choices are far from accidental. Justin Bieber is clearly in an emotionally fragile place. dealing with the ghosts of his past while trying to find peace in his present. And honestly, at this point, we can call it a cry for help, a subtle nod to an unresolved love, or just part of his journey toward healing. And to be honest, it is kind of hard not to feel a little sympathy for him. At that same time, the clear difference in how he expresses affection toward Hailey versus Selena, combined with the constant comparisons, continues to raise red flags for fans who have been watching this emotional roller coaster unfold for years. So guys, what do you think? Is Justin Bieber still emotionally tied to Selena Gomez? Or is this just a rough chapter in his personal growth story? And do you think Hailey will finally divorce him with all of this drama going on? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And if you don't want to miss out on the hottest celebrity news, make sure to subscribe to PopPlug.